hit them with that act reacher. Y'all gonna learn today. I'm a teacher. That act reacher. Get into the bag like berserker, boy. Fuck around, I'ma hurt you, boy. Stiff jab, side step, uppercut you, boy. The champ is here, you can't survive in my circle, boy. Yeah, look at my drip right here. And the verse is all I wear. Red Fox logo right here, yeah. I breathe a different air. They can't spar with me. Blood, sweat, and tears. You see the scars on me. I need a fast bag, split second bag. I need it hitting like a speed bag, yeah.
But you gotta believe in me. You gotta believe that everything I tell you to do is for the best.
Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher with another episode of the Jab Jamboree produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the full Berserker Clan. Let's get into it. Let's get into these comments real quick. Salute to my first sub. He definitely right. Touch that like button. Salute to my big bro D-Man. Said I'm falling off in this thing. What's up, bro? Yeah, man. So we're gonna do the usual suspect Sunday recaps on the Jab Jamboree today, because my brothers in Houston, you know, the power been a little crazy over there, you know, with that whole, what was it, a tornado, whatever happened over there. So we're going to hold it down over here on this side for my bro real quick. When 503 make his way over here, you know, I'm going to let him, you know, kind of take over the show if you want, you know. But we definitely had a action-packed weekend of fights. Oh, it was a hurricane. Sorry, brother. Hurricane. My bad. Hurricane. With the hurricane, like I said, and you know, glad my brothers is okay. Hopefully the power get restored as soon as possible. With that being said, my brother just came in the building. What's good, bro? What's good, 503?
Yo, what's up, bro?
Ain't nothing.
Can you hear me? Am I clear?
Yeah, you clear.
Okay.
Yeah, let the people know what's going on, and let them know when you'll be back and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll be back in the crib by tonight. I haven't got any. Oh shit, I got an echo.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Salute to my guy Act Reacher for doing this. It's mean a lot. I haven't got any updates, but from what I'm seeing on the Centerpoint map, they're saying that my power should be restored by tonight. I'm in contact with a few people in the neighborhood and shit like that. I'm talking to my neighbor and stuff. So hopefully I'll be back at the crib tonight. With power and stuff like that, and the fam can get back settled in, and my internet will probably be back up tomorrow from what Xfinity has put on the app. You know what I'm saying? But we here, man. We here. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had it as bad as most people. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people you know, have been having to be in the heat in the house and stuff like that. But I didn't have to go through that, and thank God. You know what I'm saying? I was able to be at my mother's place. And if I wasn't at my mother's place, I could have went to my brother's spot. He just stayed Uh, shit, he stay like on the other side of the north side. You know what I'm saying? He stay like deep in the north. You know what I'm saying? Like going towards Dallas. You know what I'm saying? He stay in Springs, so it's a little bit more farther to get to his spot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, see, people gotta understand. Like Houston is like it's a big city. So you have cities within the city. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I actually stay in the heart of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's Houston ISD. You know what I'm saying? Which is Houston Independent School District. So I actually stay in the heart of Houston. So for me, bro, it's been rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's been rough, man. But like you doing this today, and Red had a show we did the other day. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't able to be on the show with on Friday, unfortunately. But shit, I'm here today, man, and uh, I was able to watch the Boots fight. You know what I'm saying? So salute to the guys for that as well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't watch the Tevin Former Mortalia fight. It looked like Mortalia got the decision. Um, I seen on YouTube though, some of the brothers wasn't pleased with his performance and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we can talk about it though. Let's get it. Matter of fact, I'm finna go to YouTube real quick and share it in the community, bro, so people can know to come over here.
Yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Salute Tacano Loco, man. My OG salute. You talk about my mic sound bad. My mic sound bad. 503 is terrible. Nasty work. It's nasty work over here. But yeah, man, salute to my OG Kano coming through, showing love and support. You know, the love. Oh, okay. You know what it was probably? I probably had it up too loud. So I gotta master like that balance. I gotta master that. I gotta master that. I still haven't mastered this whole uh soundboard thing, But appreciate, what I mean, the constructive criticism. And I'll go back and play and listen to it and see like how I can improve it. But yeah, man, we had a good weekend of fights. Boots fought, David Avanesian, Matayev fought Farmer, and with that Tevin Farmer fight, it still got some static. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a little too loud or something like that, bro. But it ain't bothering me. It just was the echo at first, but yeah.
How it sound now?
Nah, you good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Kano say, it's a little static, bro. But other than that, you cool.
All right. I do got the AC on, so y'all bear
Yeah,
with
it's picking up on every little sound in your little studio space, which where you recording at. That's probably what it is.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but we gonna rock out anyway. So five, man, this is your show, man. Let me know what we talking about. What you want to touch on?
Um. Yes, it's a couple things I wanna touch on. Of course, we're gonna talk about the fights. Well, I only seen one fight. I didn't see the Tevin Former Raymond fight. You could cook on that. I really just wanted to come in and kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. Um, I kind of wanted to do a mid season review, just If it's just me and you, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We can go back and forth about it, man. But I really wanted to talk about a couple things. I say some of them for my show when I'm back up and running. You know what I'm saying, at the crib. But I wanted to talk about some of the best fights that you done seen thus far. Some of the best knockouts. I know for sure I want to update it pound for pound. Give me your trainer of the year right now, and you can give me your promoter of the year. And we can build on the other things on my platform. But I know I wanted to do like a somewhat of at least a mid-season review. You know what I'm saying? Because we halfway through to 2024, and I just wanted to see how the brothers been feeling about the current state of boxing in 2K4. You know what I'm saying? I see my brother R fella just fell up in here. What's good with it, bro?
And what to do, what you're saying, what to go on at your favorite. Yeah, your most hater all fella back for another one. Pull up. Usual suspect Sundays. We on the Jab Jamboree. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, share that stream. Damn right, it's the usual suspect ting. Big up 503 Lime, Mr. Texas Drip. Big up Act Reacher 45. You in the dig. Big up everybody up in the chat. Make sure y'all tap in the usualsuspect6.com, and of course shop usualsuspect6.com for your latest drip, you know what I mean, accessories, all that good stuff, you know what I mean. But yeah, I heard you was you was before I jumped in, you was talking about the mid-season report, you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, continue to elaborate on that.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get a brief dialogue. Appreciate it. A brief dialogue. We don't have to go into full depth, but because we got a couple fights to talk about. I wasn't able to do the show on Monday neither, or Sunday, to talk about Shakur. So I want to talk a little bit about Core. Um, him possibly going to the zone, Golden Boy situation as well. They dangling Cepeda in front of him. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm gonna mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I do it. Texas drip style. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rock out how we rock out. Once again, man, appreciate my brother Act for doing this. This mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't really been able to do no streams and whatnot. So I'm gonna start it off, man. I'm gonna start it off. Since you came in here, and I'm gonna come to you. I know you probably talked about it on the Beltway with Red and KG. But I gotta ask you, from your point of view, your perspective. We gonna go to Planet R, fella. I gotta ask, based off what you saw from Shakur last week against Artem, and what you seen last night on the zone, him possibly coming to the zone, fighting Cepeda. Um, give me your thoughts on the performance, and what do you feel like is the next best move for Shakur? Should he take his talents to the zone, to Matchroom or Golden Boy, or should he stay and rekindle the old flame with Top Rank Promotions?
It was a forgettable performance. 503. I think on the Beltway I described it as workmanlike, and that's cool. That he brought his lunch bucket to work and whatnot. But for this fight, I think the fans and I think boxing pundits were expecting something a little bit more entertaining, because we all perceive that there's higher stakes for this situation, being that this was Shakur's last fight on Top Rank. Once again, it was workmanlike in the sense that he got the job done. He didn't put in the extra effort to make it spectacular, to make it a little bit more entertaining. He just showed up to work, essentially went through the motions, got the job done, and went back home. So with that, obviously, comes some deserved criticisms. We see criticisms such as he threw more tweets after the fight than he actually landed on that Saturday night. Because since then, when that report came out, he had tweeted about 250 times to only 100 and something landed punches against Arnold. So I was saying, yo, shit, the tweet is Shakur's main weapon. I mean, this is his main weapon in boxing. You know what I mean? And it's working. It's working because what we're seeing right now is a bidding war for Shakur Stevenson. Top Rank then offered a little 5-fight deal. Now I hear there's rumors of they're gonna give him a counter offer or give him a new offer of greater magnitude. We have Golden Boy interested, but interested with stipulations. And of course you have Matchroom. You have Floyd Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions interested, but of course you have Matchroom, who are doing their best job to woo Shakur.
Yeah, facts.
Bringing them over to Philadelphia, having them great seats, VIP to watch the fight, had them on the zone, you know what I mean? Prime spots. Had Chris Mannix on his best behavior.
Yep.
Straight up. I mean, they was pulling them.
Yeah.
And it looked good because the Philadelphia scene for Jaron Ennis looked spectacular. It looked great. The Wells Fargo Center damn near filled up. That's a big arena. And it's been a long time since Philadelphia had big time boxing. They've been having boxing, but big time boxing like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, just imagine Boots and Shakur on the same card on the East Coast. That would be so crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Shakur's looking at that, looking at the enthused. Like every time I hear Eddie Hearn speak in the last couple days, he's been bigging up Shakur like he's his own fighter right now. When I look at Boots' career with Matchroom has just started, but we could take it back to even a guy like Richardson Hitchens. Richard Hitchens was well in the dark when he was with TMT. Couldn't get no fights, couldn't get no love from his promoters. They wasn't bigging him up. They wasn't saying that, yo, we got the next star on our roster, nothing like that. As soon as he got over the Matchroom, now we got a mouthpiece. Now we got regular fights. Now we in position to get a title shot. So I think it would be advantageous for him not to go back to no Top Rank, even if they match whatever Matchroom's given. Eddie Hearn was you could say the ops 3 to 4 years ago. But as I said before, I think he's starting to learn, or he has learned the landscape the American landscape, and a lot of these fighters that are now going over there to match him with him are benefiting. There's no talks about the big fights can't be made no more because you're over there with Eddie. Well, Eddie got another guy behind him that has everlasting pockets in Big Turk. So I think, yeah, what we're seeing is a bidding war, and I hope that that war ends with Shakur going over the Matchroom. Albeit we see the argument is, oh, well, all the belts are at Top Rank at 135. True. But who's to say he's gonna stay at 135 though? That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna land a plate on that.
All right, Ed. I'm gonna come to you. Now, you East Coast, Shakur East Coast, man, and all the criticism. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ask you specifically, because you a Harlem guy. What's up with your Harlem guys, man? Mason Cam going in on court like that, no Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And what you think the next move should be?
Well, first off, salute to Mason Cam, the OGs. One thing that I did disagree with what Core said is how he was saying Mace and Cam, I guess they have failed careers. They definitely didn't have failed careers, especially Mace. Like the OGs told me, Mace was one of the few Harlem dudes to go like 3-4 times platinum in like 3 weeks. I didn't even know that. So that's definitely not a failed career. And then as far as Shakur attacking them and stuff like that, I just feel like, Shakur, I know that it's a play to get more popularized because a lot of his tweets probably did like 1 million views, or it did a lot of hundreds of thousands as far as the tweet. So maybe he looked at that as him getting more out there. But I don't think that Shakur should respond to everything. I think it's better if he don't respond to everything and just get right back in the lab. Look at Tank, for instance. Tank had an emphatic knockout and wasn't nobody complaining about his victory. And Tank probably tweeted like once or twice since then. And Tank was right back in the lab. We see footage of Tank going right back in the lab, getting ready for Lomachenko, allegedly, in November. So I feel like Core, he needs to worry about what his next move is going to be, and basically where he's gonna plant his feet in the soil at. That's how I personally feel. And salute to Stormy B Man, and salute to Snacks B. So and what was the second question, Bob?
Okay, what do you want to see Shakur on? Do you want to see him on DAZN? You want to see him on PBC, or you want to see him back with Top Rank?
To me personally, I want him to kind of weigh his options, because I heard that Top Rank got like 15 million guaranteed for him if he resigns and stuff like that. I'm not mad if he goes look at other options like with Eddie Hearn and with Matchroom. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Oscar De La Hoya and stuff like that. But I will say this. That's 15 million guaranteed. What can Eddie Hearn and Oscar guarantee you? So if you asking me, like, where I want to see him go back at, if you put a gun to my head and told me, you got to pick one for him, I hate to say it, I might have to say go back with Top Rank. That's 15 million guaranteed on the table. And not only that, the rest of the belts is over there. Now, I'm not saying that guarantees you to get a shot with Baranchek and Lomachenko, because Lomachenko and Tank is working out some things. But you know, the rest of the belts is basically over there outside of Tank. And Kano, I don't disagree with you. Now he needs to stay a free agent because that worked out for Terrence Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't disagree with him there. But I'm saying like because 50 is because of the question that 503 posed. Because other than that, I probably would say what Kano would say, stay a free agent. But because you said where do I want to see him at, and he has to sign with one, then to me, top rank only because the rest of the belts is over there. But I do agree with what Connor was saying in the comments. I do think he should stay a free agent because that seems to be working out with a lot of big name boxers being free
Right.
agents and able to go different places.
Um,
Canelo and Crawford, to be exact.
right. For me, this is what I want to say, right? Um, I've been thinking long about this, because I haven't had an opportunity to talk about it, given the situation that my city is in right now. But listen, man, for me, Shakur is in a very, very unique situation because on one end of the stick, people is saying you're boring, you're not entertaining. All of these guys that's underneath you are better. Keyshawn Davis, Abdullah Mason. But then on the other end of the stick, he's the most sought after free agent since Crawford and Canelo. Everybody wants to sign him. PBC, Floyd Mayweather, who happens to be a major stakeholder at PBC, wants him on PBC. Okay. Golden Boy, DAZN. Oscar is dangling one of his top contenders in Shakur's face to come sign with me. You get to pay the fight. Matchroom, DAZN, the biggest consistent lucrative situation is asking Shakur to sign, right? So Shakur has options. So for a guy to be so boring and for people to be so critical of this young guy, he's the most sought after free agent. For me, I think he better make his next move his best move. Um, I do think that he has to play chess, not checkers, and he has to make um he has to make this one count. Most athletes, um, they come in as a rookie or like a prospect, and they start building themselves up. That second leg of your career, bro, is probably the most important. Um, and we've seen the effects that it's done to plenty of athletes, especially in boxing. We seen Canelo wait a little bit too late to kind of leave Golden Boy. We seen Crawford wait a little bit too late to kind of leave Top Rank. So he has that to go off. We've seen Floyd make the right decision, and he became Money Mayweather, right? We've seen Tito, not Tito, but Cotto. You know what I'm saying? He got up out of there. We seen De La Hoya get up out of there. We seen Pacquiao. He waited way too late to leave Top Rank. So it's a lot of different ways you can gauge it. But if I'm Shakur, you gotta look at the landscape and you gotta look at the situation and the logistics of it. You have all of the belts is pretty much on Top Rank. Um, and you're going to be a big dictator of the division because Tank is going to fight Lomachenko. I think that's coming down the pipeline, signed, sealed, and delivered in a couple more weeks. I think that's going to get signed. You know what I'm saying? So that's two belts that's going on the line. You have the other belt, and Baranchik has the other belts. You could either go back to Top Rank, fight Baranchik, and hope and pray that you get a opportunity to fight the winner of Lomachenko and Tank. But is that guaranteed? Can Top Rank guarantee that? We seen Crawford go through the same situation. We just seen this. Top Rank could not deliver the Earl Spence fight for whatever reason. So that's something to think about. But if you're asking me about the future of Shakur, I think the best place for him to land, if we're talking about the future, will be Matchroom and the Zone. But if we're talking about right now and he wants to unify the division, he wants to become undisputed at 35, his best bet is probably to re-sign with Top Rank. But once again, you're going to have to be a contract killer in this situation. Same thing Bud Crawford did. If they can't get you, they can't guarantee you the Tank Davis Lomachenko winner, you need to have a buyout. You need to have some type of clause in that contract to get you up out of there. But you need to get on paper the Baranchik fight, and you need to get the Tank Davis Lomachenko fight. Those are the two fights that you want. You want to be undisputed. Those are the two fights that you need. You don't have to do a 5-fight deal with Top Rank because that prolongs your career. You know what I'm saying? So I would agree with Act Reacher to a certain extent. And as far as his performance, man, let me say this too. Certain styles ain't for everybody. Now we're coming to an era where it seems like if you're not knocking people out, people don't want to watch you. And that's cool. But I'm gonna be real, bro. If you talk to me about you just want to see knockouts, bro, I'm gonna just say you're a casual boxing fan because you don't see knockouts in every fight. You just don't. It's not how it works, bro. I think Shakur could have got the knockout if he would have listened to his trainer, his grandfather, his pawpaw. He would listen to him. And that's really my biggest criticism from Shakur Stevenson. My biggest criticism. You did not listen to your grandfather, bro. I did not like the fact that you was arguing with him. You was going back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? You was being to me, you was being disrespectful. That's how I take it. You put me in the mind of Adrian Broner when he was, and God rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Mike Stafford. You put me in the mind of Adrian Broner when he was yelling at Mike Stafford. Talking about, I got it. Bro, listen to what the man is telling you. As a fighter, when you come back to the corner and listen to and sit down and you get water, or you getting medicine put on you, your Inswell, your Vaseline, whatever the case may be, you're supposed to sit down, absorb the medicine and absorb the instructions. You're not supposed to be you're not supposed. It's not supposed to be a debate. It's supposed to be you listening. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that from Shakur. Shakur, you might be a little bit too smart for your own good, fam. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I want to see Shakur Stevenson do: bring in Team Crawford. He said 9503. They don't do that all the time. All you heard, he said, all you just heard it for the first time because Top Rank went audio in his corner. Okay. Yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
was
You
argumentative though, because he even after the fight, when him, Andre Ward, and Terrence Crawford was backstage, and Terrence Crawford was telling him what he needed to do, he was arguing with Terrence Crawford. Like, you can't be so argumentative, even though you're a great boxer. You gotta be able to balance that. Yeah, with certain things you can argue, but you can't argue with every single thing. You know.
right,
So I not disagreeing with Kano as far as what his grandpops. They probably do that all the time. But Shakur is very argumentative. I see
mm-hmm.
cancer. My best friend was a cancer, so I know. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
so he's very argumentative. Now I know
right.
you say you saying that ain't new. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I just feel like he was just. I feel like he was mad and he was arguing with everyone. He was on a tirade then.
Right. And this goes to my next point, and we're gonna keep it pushing. I want to see Shakur bring in Team Crawford, bring in Bomac, bring in Saul, bring in Coach Red. It's time for you to change situations. I'm not saying that you have to fire your grandfather or anything like that, but you need if Shakur wants to become more of a boxer puncher, you need to bring in people that have perfected that boxer puncher style. So you have no doubt in your mind about the work that you're putting in. You know what I'm saying? And you join forces with people that know exactly what the fuck to do. I'm not saying he's gonna be a carbon copy of Terrence Crawford. Nobody could ever be Crawford, but you can learn more from a Crawford because it seems like Crawford has a love for you and he's took you under his wing, bro. So bring them in. Bring them in. Go to Colorado Springs. Go to Nebraska. You don't have to train in Houston. You don't have to train in Vegas, bro. Go to Colorado Springs. Start running up in the mountains. Start working out with Bud. Start seeing what Bud does on the daily. Start seeing what Bomac is teaching. Start seeing what Coach Red is teaching. Get on the pads with Coach Red. I think you need to bring in Team Crawford if you want to perfect the boxer puncher style. That's just um something that I think he should do. You know what I'm saying? You could still have your grandfather in the corner. Um, is I think um Wally was a great a great coach. He's got you to this point. You become 3-time champion with him. But if you want to elevate your style, homie, and you want to get to that point of where you're sitting down on punches, and you're turning your punches good and you're connecting very good with power. Um, I think you need to bring in, Team Crawford. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion. But we're gonna keep it pushing. So I want to ask the guys real quick. Mid season. This is a mid season review question. Um, right now, right here, right now, man. I want to go pound for pound, pound for pound. I want to update it pound for pound list. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all mines. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk more about the pound for pound probably in Atlanta or some shit like that. But right here, right now, um, for me, I'm gonna go number one Crawford. Number two, I'm gonna go a Monster Nue. Number three, I'm gonna go Bam Bam Rodriguez. Um, Number four, and this might sound crazy, but number four, I'm gonna go Tank Davis. Tank Davis. Number five, I'm gonna go Shakur Stevenson, and number 6, I'm going to go Clarissa the Goat Shields, and that can change. That can change by August when we get to Atlanta. But if I was to say pound for pound right here right now, man, I gotta go Crawford. I gotta go a new way. You know what I'm saying? For shit show, Bam Bam Rodriguez number 3, Tank Davis number 4, Core number 5, and Clarissa number 6. You know what I'm saying? But I might. Matter of fact, I take that back. I'm gonna put. Let me restart that. So number 1 Crawford, number 2 Inoue, number 3 Bam, number 4 Clarissa, number 5 Tank, and number 6 Shakur. I got to put some respect on the GOAT's name. So I'll put her at number 4. Or she could easily be top 3, easily. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't really talked about Clarissa Shields in a long time, because she kind of been having a lot of flack for the Baumgartner situation. But Clarissa Shields is going up to 175 and fighting for a belt at 175. Okay, so she's worked her way from 54 to 60 to 68. Now she's at 175. You know what I'm saying? Give me your updated pound for pound.
First, let me salute Teach.
I'll be right. I'll be right back too. Hold it down. I gotta take a phone call.
All right, I got you. And let me salute KG, the good doctor. Find you.
I read that the good doctor.
Salute to him. I ain't miss nobody else, right? I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, and my bro Thomas from the Bronx. I was just making sure I ain't miss nobody. But yeah, man, he kind of put me on the spot with this one, Stills. Definitely Crawford number 1. Yeah, New Way number 2. I agree with him putting Clarissa on there. I think Clarissa's number 3. Number 4, Tank Davis. Number 5, Shakur Stevenson. And then my number 6. I really want to put Usyk on there, but everybody's always telling me, no, don't put heavyweights on there. I really want to put Usyk on there because he deserves to be on there. But
okay, run it back for me real quick. You said who you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I said Crawford number 1, the new one number 2, number 3 Clarissa, number 4 Tank, 5 Shakur, and then number 6 is I ain't really get to pick number 6. I really want to put Usyk on there, but he's a heavyweight.
Put Devin on now.
He said put Devin on. How you gonna tell me my list? How you gonna tell me about
list? I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you.
Why you do that? See, the king of controversy. Why he do that? Why he do that? You go see what he did. You know what? I'm gonna put. He said, "What's the criteria you all are using in the matter?" Was in the private. Oh, okay, no, that was making sure I. He said 503 is effed up. Word, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna put Usyk in. I'm gonna put Usyk in. I don't care. Usyk number 6.
All right. Now I say the scorekeeper for last because art always come with some different shit. You know what I'm saying? But one of my criteria, man, is definitely performance. You know what I'm saying? Activity. Uh,
Let me just
you know,
jump in there with you. Uh, beating elite competition.
yeah. There you go, right there. Beating the elite competition, and also the way that you win. You know what I'm saying? That's why Shakur Shakur has dropped off tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So go ahead. What you got? And list some of your criterias, man. If you remember all of them, or if whichever ones you do remember.
Yeah, some of my criteria is, I believe, is level of opposition. Um, your past accolades. I'm talking like major belts, even all the way down to your amateurs, where you win in gold medals and such. I count that activity and the manner of fashion that you finish your opponent or that you win the fight um, is important when I'm determining pound for pound. So my number 6 right now, I have to say is Shakur Stevenson. He was higher up on my list, but as we see in these last two performances, in this last performance as such, I was hoping to see a more decisive, or more entertaining, more separation type victory, and I didn't really see that. So therefore, Shakur had to drop not off my list, but to the fringe at number 6. You know what I mean? Number 5, it kind of contradicts one of my criteria is about level of activities, but I'm gonna have to give him a pass for this just because of his remarkable way to blow out the competition, and that's Artur Beterbiev. Um, we see his record, and he has a perfect record, 100% knockout ratio. Um, for a unified champion, that's a pretty decent feat. Um, and he doesn't shy away from the best competition. Yes, he did get injured, but he's back in line to fight Dmitry Bivol for that undisputed at light heavyweight. Gets through with that. Big Turk wants David Benavidez, and I know he's not shying away from that neither. So Beterbiev is my number 5. My number 4 is Bam Bam Rodriguez. Um, he's a champion and simultaneously in 2 divisions right now, unified in one and the belt holder in the other. The way he dispatched of Juan Estrada really cemented his place on my pound for pound list. I believe I put him on there before, but it really cements him as an elite fighter because, once again, my criteria is the manner of how you take out your opponent or the manner of how you win the contest. And he was able to take a fringe pound for pound fighter on some people's lists in Juan Estrada and destroy him. You know what I mean? Yes, he did get knocked down. I thought it was a bit of a flash knockdown myself. But once again, this is boxing. He showed the wherewithal, the recovery to come back and close the show after that. So Bam Rodriguez is my number 4. Number 3, the Monster Inoue. is solid at number 3. Of course, he's been going through different weight classes, collecting belts, undisputed, I think 2 times now. He's staying active with the best level of opposition that's available. So he has a dynamic style, very entertaining and pleasing to the eye. Not only offensively, he's showing some defensive prowess as well. So, well, yeah, I have to give it up for Naya Inoue. My number 2, there's going to be some people that don't like it, but I don't care what y'all say, because I hear a lot of niggas say that, oh, he just a cruiserweight anyway. Well, my number 2 is Alexander Usyk. Yes, he's officially a heavyweight, but I'm gonna give him his due since he spent most of his career and paid most of his dues at the cruiserweight division. Of course, being undisputed there, then moving up, taking some small kind of tune-up fights in Derek Chisora and Chaz Witherspoon before he finally got some title shots against Joshua, took his belts, and then going undisputed against Alexander Usyk. Going undisputed against Tyson Fury. The size differential between him and a lot of these guys, weight-wise, is another reason why I put him on this list. You could technically say he's a bridgerweight fighter. He's weighing in at 221, 223 and whatnot, and the WBC and the WBA now recognize a bridgerweight division. So that's another argument that I'm gonna put forth why Usyk is on this on this list. Level of opposition has been great, and the manner that he finishes and wins his fight is entertaining. Not always in a knockout, but we're seeing entertaining fights that are decisively won by Alexander Usyk. So he's number 2 on my list, doing something great in unifying and making the heavyweight division undisputed. Have to tip my hat to that. Being a cruiserweight or a middleweight, as Tyson Fury says. And of course, number 1, we have Terrence Bud Crawford, who's been my number 1 for a couple years straight now. And this upcoming fight, August 3rd, I think might be one of his most trickiest. Might be a banana skin if he ain't really focused on the skills and the danger that Madrimov can bring. You know what I mean? If he's overlooking the 10 some odd fights that Madrimov has and not looking at him as a serious threat to his legacy, Bud could be in for a very, very long night. Bud could be in for a major droppage. I would say if he loses his fight, bro, a lot of people will drop Bud off the pound for pound list because of those things that I said about Madrimov and the fact that they don't really know about this guy.
Right.
So there's a lot at stake for Bud, but yeah, he rounds out my number 1 pound for pound.
Okay. So I'm actually writing everybody's list down. I see Stay Ready just came in, bro. We're gonna come to Stay in a second. But I gotta get everybody's shit down. I got KG shit. He put it in the chat. Or you got Bud at number 1, and you had Inoue 2, right?
Nope, Usyk.
Usyk, okay. Hold on. You got Usyk 2. Who number 3?
Inoue.
Okay. Monster Inoue at 3. At 4,
Bam
who you
Rodriguez.
got? Bam, okay. Bam is at 4. 5.
Better BF.
Okay, better be. And 6
6.
core.
Yeah, Shakur.
Okay. Act real quick. Let me come back to you before we go to state. Give me your list again, bro. I'm writing everybody's shit down. I'm putting this in my notes. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about this in August when we are in Atlanta. Go ahead, bro.
Um, I believe I had, of course, I had Crawford one.
Okay, you got Bud number 1.
I had New Way number 2.
Okay.
I had Clarissa number 3.
Yeah, we got some quotes up in here. Okay.
I had Tank number 4.
Tank. Okay.
Um, 5 I had Shakur. And
Okay.
6 I picked Usyk. But I feel like I should put Benavidez on there. But I ain't gonna
Okay.
put Benavidez. I put Usyk on there. Only reason because they ain't been giving my man no straps, man.
Right.
And that's one conversation I want you to bring up later on the decision he got to make because he's the Mando in 2 weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't know that, so
Mm-hmm.
I would like to bring that up.
WBC, right?
Yeah, for 75
Right.
and 68.
Yeah, it's hey man. I mean, say if Benavidez, I say this about Benavidez right now. Benavidez is in a good position because um he could possibly still get the Canelo fight, or he could fight for undisputed at 75. So that's I mean, bro is he gonna either get undisputed, or take down one of the best boxers in boxing in Canelo or better be. So he's in a great position. Uh Okay, Conor Loco said he got Boots in his number 1, Core number 2, 3 is Bud, 4 is Tank, 5 is Bam. That's a solid list. You know what I'm saying? I will. You like KG, man? You know what I'm saying? Y'all love putting boots on that motherfucker. But KG don't got boots on his
I was
list this
gonna
go
say
round.
KG don't got him on him no more. I
So
talked to
that's
KG. He thinking differently now. If Bud and Bam
right.
fight, he
I
got a
like it though.
different mind frame after last night.
Hey, but I'm start. Hey, you know what though, bro? And I'm gonna come to stay in a minute, and this is really gonna determine if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And I can't I can't wait to hear what Red got to say. But I'm seeing a lot of people taking Devin Haney off their list. Am I tripping? I'm not trolling. Am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Like,
He
I'm
wasn't
seeing.
gonna be on Mac list. I could
Yeah,
get
I'm seeing.
$100. I
I'm
don't
seeing.
ever remember him being on Mac list.
Yeah, I'm
I
seeing.
could be wrong.
No, go ahead, bro. What you say? What you say, Mac?
I say he wasn't on my list.
Okay. Now this is going. Mac is a big X factor in this shit because he coming number 4. Um. Yeah. No, he coming number 5. So he gonna be a big X factor. Um. Give me your list, big bro. What you got? I'm finna write your shit down right now.
Well, go ahead. I'm gonna start off at the top. I ain't gonna start off at the bottom. My number 1 is Terrence Crawford. It is what it is. I don't care
Okay.
how y'all want to feel about it, how y'all want to write it up. He's been undisputed. He was the first 2 division undisputed,
Talk.
2 division undisputed. First, before
hmm
Evander Holyfield, he was the first 2 division. You know when? I mean not before, but since Evander Holyfield, he was the first 2 division world
Don't
champion.
for- don't
And
don't forget about the Guo now. The Guo doing. I mean, she's a
I know
woman,
I get
but
it. I
we
get
can't
it.
can't forget
I
about the
do get
Guo.
it.
I'm just saying. I'm
I
just
get
saying.
it, but I get it. But that's I, it's other factors why she's not on my list. But we'll talk
Okay.
about that at
Okay.
another time.
Okay. I
Number
got you. I
two,
got you. Yep.
Nano Inoue. As much as I didn't like Nano Inoue, I told y'all all I needed to do was see him fight a black fighter. He fought Stephen Fulton, and Stephen Fulton was on my list, and he
Show
beat the
was
shit out of Stephen. He
right.
made my list and moved, and he's number 2. I give him all the credit for that 2 division undisputed. Number 3, Bam Rodriguez. He
Ooh.
beat somebody else that was on my pound for pound list. Juan Estrada. Everybody, I was
Goddamn
the
right.
only one putting Juan Estrada on my pound for pound list
Yeah, I
because
remember
Juan
that.
proved it to me. Bam came in that bitch, moved up, and he's holding 2 divisions down right now. Bam
Facts.
Rodriguez is number 3 on my pound for pound list. Number 4, Arthur Baturbia. Y'all know how much I like that knockout artist right there. That's a motherfucking monster. I don't care what nobody say. That's the real live monster in boxing. That is
Facts.
the real life. Motherfuckers are scared to fight this old man. And he's out there just punishing niggas. And I love it. I love every
Mm-hmm.
bit of it. And I want to see more. And I can't wait for him to do the same thing to Dimitri Bivol. Number
Okay.
5. Number 5, I have Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, whether y'all talk about his past performances or how he done, he's still a 3 division champion.
Mm-hmm.
And unified in 1. Like Shakur is still, whether you like his performances or not, he still win, and it's not even close. Like none of his fights has been close. Whether
Facts.
the performances was bad or not, he beat them unanimously by a landslide. He knows
Yep.
how to win. The point of
And
the sport is not how you go in there and look. The point of the sport is going there winning by any means necessary, and he's winning by a landslide. He's doing what he got to do. I don't care if he's entertaining or not. Floyd wasn't entertaining in every one of his fights, but did we ever take him off the number 1 spot? Nope.
nope. There's a
Neither did we
facts.
take.
These are
Neither
facts.
did we take. Neither did we take Andre Ward off of some of them lackluster performances he had.
Mm-hmm.
But
These
we
are
still
facts.
enjoyed to watch him whoop niggas.
Facts.
Shakur Stevenson's in that 5 spot. And last but not least, number 6. I really thought about this hard because I actually been thinking. I didn't know we was gonna do a pound for pound right now, but I've been thinking about this for a while, and I got to put him there because he is the most entertaining person in boxing right now, whether we like it or not. He is the most entertaining fighter in boxing. So Javante Tank Davis is number 6 on my pound for pound list.
Okay, look, I'm seeing Tank Davis slowly but surely make his way on my brother's list, man. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
He's been on
He's
there
every
before.
yeah. This year,
He's a
yeah.
staple now.
Hey, Dale, we love you, baby, but man, you done officially got bumped the fuck off the usual suspect pound for pound. Now maybe Red will still have you on his list, but I don't think you're gonna make the cut I don't think you're gonna make the cut in 2024, buddy.
Damn, now I want to hear Red's list.
Yeah, I'm
Where the hell is Red at?
I don't know. No, Red had practice with his girls. He had to go he had to go practice with his girls, so he probably won't be able to come. Somebody, hey, Ack, if you can text him and see if he respond. But I'm gonna come to you, fella. Real quick, Macadacious Max say Bud, Usyk, Inoue, Haney, and Tank. I like that list. That's a solid list, bro. Very, very solid list. I like the fact that people are putting respect on Bud Crawford's name. The only person that ain't putting respect on Crawford's name right now is Kano Loco. Kano, you're very disrespectful. But
I'm gonna be
anyways,
honest with you. I'm gonna tell you one thing though, and so it was real close because I was fit to put Oscar Collazo on there at number 6.
okay.
I gave it to Tank.
That's the Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but if Oscar Collazo keep doing what he's doing, he will be on my list.
Okay. He might.
I know a lot of y'all don't like watching them little niggas. I love watching them little niggas because they fight hard from the front to the 12. I'm talking about it's constant action. I love it. So
yeah,
y'all need to start watching them little niggas.
You're absolutely right, bro. I'm gonna be on the lookout for Oscar Collazo too. But also I'm gonna come to you, bro. Now you are the scorekeeper. We gonna rally up the scores in August, and we gonna have a new list updated in August. This is just a mid-season recap, just to give a feel of what the brothers is thinking and how they feel about boxing right here, right now. But based off what you heard so far, man, I see Tank has moved up a lot in people's list. Bud Crawford look like he gonna have that number 1 spot. Inoue look like he gonna be number 2. You being the scorekeeper, bro, do Devin Haney have a shot at making our list? And why do you think Devin Haney is off a lot of people's lists? Because he ain't on none of our lists, and there's 5 of us right here, right now, that got their list up. Red is the only guy. But what's your take on all that, or how you feeling about these lists right now, bro?
Yeah, these lists are solid. We're hearing a lot of the same names, just in slightly different orders from all of us, even with the chat. You know what I mean? So reasonings why Devin Haney is not on the list no more. I admittedly he was on my list last quarter, the last vote we had. I believe I had him number 4. But a lot of things have taken place since that last vote, 503. Not only the performances from other boxers, other pound for pound talents that that I would say bumped them out of my list, but on the part of, we have to look at what is now deemed as inactivity, taking off a hiatus. And even though that performance was against Ryan Garcia, the last performance we've seen Devin Haney in, even though that it's been called a no contest, it was still a performance that wasn't, it didn't represent a pound for pound fighter. Once again, with my criterias, my pound for pound fighters that's on my list, we got to see separation. We got to see the ability to adapt and recover. There was issues I saw with recovery and adaptability, because though that it was proved that Ryan Garcia cheated, the technique of Ryan Garcia still repeatedly was able to tag Devin Haney. And that's something I have to look at when we're talking about a pound for pound talent. You know, dig? So albeit that once again that shit was a no contest, the performance still is vivid in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Steel's a jerk. Steel's a jerk.
And let me say this too, because it
is what it is. It is what it is, bro.
It's not just us, man. D-Man Jr., I see you coming in here, you talking about shaking my head, bro. It's not just us, fam. We not the only ones that feel like this, bro. I've only literally seen one person in the chat say they have Haney on their pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? TD don't got him on his pound for pound. Kano don't have him on his pound for pound. So it ain't just us, fam. And if you want your mans to be back on the list, bro, on a lot of people's list, man, he got to get back active. Go ahead, Art.
Nah, that's pretty much all I got on that. You know what I mean? Is shit. You gotta get back active, and you gotta. That's why I'm a proponent of saying, yo, you gotta get it back in blood. You get off your hiatus, which, in my opinion, you shouldn't be on, unless that performance really took a lot out of you, where you had to you have to take a break. Get off that break. You need to go back to avenge that thought of a stain. You got to avenge that no contest, because it doesn't count, but millions of people still saw it, and millions of people still remember the technique, the juiced up technique of Ryan Garcia. He was still able to have his way in a manner of speaking. You know what I mean? So we got to see what you look like on a level playing field before we get back in there. But that's my take.
Yeah, man. I'll say this too. Crawford, Inoue, Bam, Tank, Usyk, they've been having phenomenal years, bro. I'm not, and I don't even have Usyk on my list because I don't put heavyweights on my list. But I'm not mad that my brothers have Usyk on the list. I'm not mad that the brothers put Tank on there. Tank is having a phenomenal year, bro. And if Tank Davis knocks out Frank Martin and Lomachenko in a year's time,
Two
yeah, he might.
Lefties
Yeah,
don't like fighting lefties.
yeah, he might. I'm not gonna say he's gonna surpass Devin Haney, but he might, leave Devin in the dust when it comes to just pound for pound performances, bro. Because we got to keep in mind too now. Tank Davis started out at what 126 and worked his way up to 130, and now he's at 35. So Tank is doing some pound for pound type shit. You know what I'm saying? I know. Tank has been getting he got a lot of criticism, a lot of flack from everybody. In the previous years, but right here, right now, 2024, bro, Tank is having a solid year. Inoue has had a solid year. Bam has had a solid year. And Crawford, what Crawford is doing right now, bro, he's fighting it in another weight class for another title. And Crawford, once again, started out at 135, undisputed at 40, undisputed at 47, and now he's moving to 154. So Crawford is probably going to be a 135, 40, 47. He's going to be a 4-division champion if he beats Israel. So we got to put respect on Crawford's name, bro. Okay, Macadam should say I put Haney there because he's undisputed 2-division champion. Haney been handling his business up until the Ryan fight, absolutely. But a lot of people don't feel the way you feel, Mac. And I appreciate you for standing on business, bro, for Devin Haney. D-Man Jr., if you want to put your list up, bro, put it up there, man. I can put it on the screen and we'll talk about it. But we're gonna move forward, man. We're gonna talk about the potential star in the making in Boots Ennis. I want to put some emphasis on that when I say potential star in the making. Or is Boots Ennis already a star because he has done something that hasn't been done in quite some time. He was able to pack out Wells Fargo Center where the Philadelphia 76ers play at. And he gave the fans a great night of boxing last night. Salute to you, Mahar. 5th round TKO stoppage of Abanesian. They're talking possibly Crawford is on the table. Bozy and Boots have also stated that they want to clean out the 147-pound division. But if Crawford signs the contract, because they're in talks of trying to get a contract together for that fight, he will take that fight. I know Act did a great show a few weeks ago about Boots Ennis stunning his growth. Now I'll pass to my brothers. And this right here is giving me, I swear, bro, he giving me Earl Spence vibes all over again, man. To see Boots Ennis ascend, elevate, grow into what he's becoming. I feel like he's in the right situation. He's with the right promoter. He's on the right platform. And his town and his city is behind him. Same thing when Earl Spence came to Dallas. He had the PBC. And he was kicking ass and taking names, and he was selling a lot of tickets. And Boots Ennis does have the potential to be on pay-per-view as well. If he fights Crawford, I know if he fights Crawford for sure, that fight will be on pay-per-view. So he has the potential to become a superstar, but he's already a star in the making. I'm gonna pass it to you. Stay ready. What's your thoughts on Boots? How do you feel about the progression of Boots in his career? How did you feel about him signing with Matchroom? You know, going to Philly, selling out, putting asses in the seats in Wells Fargo. And what do you want to see next from Boots Ennis? Do you want to see him clear out 147, become undisputed, or do you want to see him take that Crawford fight next? What's your thoughts, bro? Go ahead.
If he can get the Crawford fight, take it. Do I think he'll get it? No, I don't. 'Cause I honestly don't think that's in the making for him because Crawford not looking for it. So if he can't get that Crawford fight, he needs to stick to the game plan. You know what I'm saying? Stick with 147. If you can't do 147, then move up to 154 and take over 154. You don't have to be undisputed at 147. You prove your point. You were a champion at you were a champion there. Move up to 154. Take the division over. It's wide open. We don't know when Jermell Charlo coming back. You don't know when he's coming back. And you still got the WBC belt. Who got that belt right now? Because Charlo don't got it. IBF is wide open.
Yeah, Fundora got the WBC at 54. Yeah.
No, I know. I just wasn't saying no names. I'm just giving you an example. Like, it's wide open. I don't see nobody at 154 that can beat Boots.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's wide open. That's what I want to see next. I want to see him move up to 147. 154. Who at 147 is worth him fighting? That's an actual good fight for us to see. 147. Is like
Brian Norman.
I think it's a bunch of good fights at 47 from
if
for
you call
Boots.
Brian Norman name out one more goddamn time.
Hey, not even B Norman, bro. You still got Barrios and you still got Stayonis. Not even including Brian Norman.
Stayonis is the only fight that I want to see. I think.
What about Barrios?
I like Barrios. What the fuck is that? Hello?
A loud sound effect, bro. That's a loud sound effect.
Oh, shit! I was like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, I like Barrios, but I don't think Barrios could beat Boots. I don't even think it'll be an entertaining fight, really.
I can't believe you right now, Stay.
I love Texas. I'm being 100% honest. Y'all want me to lie to you? You want me to give you? Look, I'm gonna give it to you like God gave it to. I'm gonna give it to you like God gave it to Moses, raw and uncut, pour it out like.
Nah, I feel you, bro. But Barrios is always in entertaining fights. When is Barrios not in an entertaining fight? Even when Barrios getting beaten the fuck up, he gonna keep it entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'll give you that. But I guess I just want to see some compelling fights from Boots.
I got you.
That's what I want to see, man.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Is Boots a star in your opinion? Kano say he's a star already. Based off what you saw last night, him bringing all them people to Philly, is he a star in your eyes?
Kano, he's not a star. Will he become one? To the boxing fans, yeah, we've been knowing who Boots is. And it's a lot of people that like Boots, but it's a lot of people that the mainstream don't really know who Boots is. We got to look at it. That was in Philly. Same thing when Earl came up when he sold out the Star. Yeah, he sold that bitch out, but Earl wasn't a star. That was Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Now, when he sold out Jerry World, that was a different story, but it was just a star. Same thing in Philly Arena. It's just a basketball. Now go sell out Eagle Stadium. He sell out Eagle Stadium and he showed me he was a star. He's not a star yet. He's just starting out. He's a rising star. He's not a star yet.
Bro say you got to go to the Lincoln Financial Center, baby. You got to put 40,000, 30,000, 50,000 in Philly, and we can have that star talk. Okay, I can dig it. Act, I'm gonna come to you, bro. What what's your thoughts on what you saw last night? The knockout performance, Avanesian quitting in the corner. Um, is Boots Ennis a star? He put, what I want to say 15,000, 20,000, something like that in Wells Fargo's. And we had this conversation a couple weeks ago, but I want you to go more in depth into how you feeling about the situation. Undisputed at 147, unification at 147, or the big money fight with Crawford next. Go ahead, bro.
Well, before I start, 503.
Somebody paid for it. You didn't pay for
it. I think Boots, he had a decent performance. It wasn't the best that I ever seen him. Abenesian definitely put up some resistance. Abenesian is a very unorthodox type of fighter. You know what I mean? I just think only takeaway I have from Boots is it's like he kind of try to force a knockout. I don't think he's a star just yet. He's right there. Uh, he has star potential. So I agree with Mac in a sense, but he could definitely get there. It's not like it's too far out of the realm of get there. You know what I mean? To us mainstream boxers, us diehards, he's a star. But like the casuals and other people like that, Boots ain't a household name yet. If you really a star, the housewives know your name, the kids know your name, and I don't think he's there yet. But he can get there. He can definitely get there. Then the other question you asked, what was the other question you asked? 503. What you want me to see him do at 47?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you had to choose right here, right now, just based off what you saw last night, the fans, the fight, would you want to see Boots, build up at 147 undisputed unification fights, or if Crawford signed a contract, you know what I'm saying? You want to see him take that big money fight with Crawford?
I'm gonna be honest. It's not what I want, it's what Boots said. Boots said that he want to stay at 47, at least become unified, because they asked him about Terrence Crawford. I think after the press conference or after the weigh-in this week, he didn't say he wanted Terrence Crawford right away. He
Right.
said that, so for everybody that's saying Crawford is ducking and stuff like that, nah, we gotta literally nip that in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he said he don't want Crawford. He said he wants to unify at 47, fight a couple of the other champions. Then he said by this time next year or August, he'll move up to 54. Now, me personally, I'm not mad at him for doing that. Go ahead. If you could actually get some of those other guys like Barrios, like Stallones and B. Norman, if you could get all of them, then that's cool. I'm fine with that. Like, go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see nobody at 147 that's really effing with Duke right
I disagree. I
now. And
disagree, bro.
well, before I continue on, who you think is messing with at 47?
Out of all the guys at 47, I think Stayonis give him. I think Stayonis give him some good work.
I no, I disagree, Bob. I think that style is actually kind of tailor made for him. I think he got a similar style to the Mountain King, Villa. And I think eventually, you know what I mean, he'll pack him up. That's just me personally. I think eventually Boots will pack still on the side. I think the best actually person to fight him And this I'm not joking about. I think B Norman, and I don't see him winning. I think
Hmm.
Brian Norman probably gives him the best competition.
Yeah, I think Be Normal would be my second pick to give Boots some good work. But based off just what I've seen so far, I think Stanionis is the best fight for Boots at 47. No disrespect to Barrios, but Barrios then kind of been in a bunch of wars. He's kind of banged up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I think Stanionis is a little bit more fresher, a little bit more durable for the Boots in this fight, and I think B Norman too. But that's just me though. Now I'm not saying Boots gonna lose to either one of them guys, but I think he will have some resistance because, like KG just said in the chat, Avanesian made Boots look human.
He did.
He would, you know what
Look,
I'm saying?
we got to keep in
So
that didn't make me think he would beat Crawford. That fight last night. Before it was up in the air. Now after seeing that fight, I I won't underestimate Crawford. But Boots still beats a lot of the top dudes. I honestly don't think Boots is going to even be tested at 47. I think he's not going to be tested until he moves up to 54. I think the 54 dudes are going to give him problems. Like I said in the past, I think he's not going to be challenged, and we ain't going to see the best of Boots, mark my words, till he goes up to 154. I think the 154 dudes is gonna be they gonna be able to rattle his cage. Not that he gonna get beat or anything, but I don't think it's gonna be as easy as 147. I think it's definitely gonna be harder for him. I can guarantee it's gonna be harder for him at 154 with dudes closer to his size than at 47. But I still think that he's a special talent and things like that. But yeah, I don't mind him unifying the division. Um, and if he can't get all of the belts, I think by next year, yeah, he should move up.
got you. Okay. Now, and I came to Art last for a reason. Y'all know how I do. I wanna ask Art for this. The first question I got for you, Art. Now I know you're the supervisor of the Bug Protection Committee. You know what I'm saying? Is is Boots Ennis even ready for Terrence Crawford? Just based off what you saw in the Avanesian fight, um, is he even still ready for a Crawford fight? And do you think Boots Ennis' best bet is to stay at 47, unify under and be possibly become undisputed if he can get all the belts and keep building his fan base up in Philly, selling tickets, you know what I'm saying? And looking like a star, being a star, becoming a star. That's my
Okay.
question for you.
Y'all just got quiet on.
Yeah, Boots could be eligible for a beat down against the great pound for pound Bud Crawford, but I don't know how it's going to work out for him right now. I don't think right now the immediate next fight for him should be moving up to 154. Even though that for him to become a superstar, because yeah, he's a star amongst boxing circles. I don't know so much amongst the casual fans, but in order to cross over to that appeal, you need a name opponent. And Bud Crawford is definitely a name opponent. There's a lot more name opponents at 154. But I think at this juncture, I think it would be more advantageous for him to stay at 147 and build his fan, continue to build his fan base up. Continue to collect belts and solidify yourself as a not only just a belt holder, but as a unified champion. Continue to build up your legacy so when you are calling for that Bud fight, Bud doesn't have nothing smart to reply back to. You know what I mean? Now when Bud looks at you, he is fighting somebody of his elk, of his legacy, a guy that has accomplished and secured a lot of accolades. Right now, I think Boots is in a division where there's a lot of good fights from, but they're not named opponents. Barrios, you got Stayonis, and you got Brian Norman Jr., and all those guys are good fighters, but they're not name opponents, household name opponents that are gonna kind of raise the meter to get you to superstardom. What they will do is build your legacy and build your,
Thanks.
it could give you seasoning, build your accolades if you're able to secure their belts. But one guy, there's a couple guys I have in mind that would be interesting opposition for Boots at 147, because I think the 154 thing right now, that as Eddie said in the post press conference, Bud is a fight that they're going to be looking at and targeting next year.
Mm-hmm.
And they got the backing of His Excellency Big Turk. But as far as what Boots can do this year, possibly in the late fall, early or coming to the end of the year, I think a guy that nobody's spoken of, that's a name fighter that will definitely build Boots' stardom, is Conor Benn. Yeah, Conor Benn is sus in the fact that, can he really fight? He doesn't even have a license over in the UK, but he does. He is eligible to fight in the States.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a 147 pounder with a name that's undefeated. And not only is he undefeated, he's on Matchroom. That's a real easy fight to make. And I was kind of surprised that Conor Benn wasn't in Philadelphia over the weekend.
Right.
I mean, but that's a fight to me that can definitely build the stardom.
Okay, I got a question in the chat. I got a question in the chat. Not to cut you off. TD posed the question, and I'm gonna ask you: can Conor Benn make 147?
That's a good question, definitely. And of course, we've seen this last fight against Peter Dobson, and that was fought above the welterweight limit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was at 154 or just under that.
Right.
But when I look at the rankings, 503 and TD Sports Talk, Conor Benn is still in the rankings at 147. No, he's not ranked in the IBF, but two other sanctioning bodies at 147 still have Conor Benn ranked. Now, we all know how boxing politics and the background scene works, in a sense. A couple vanilla envelopes to a sanctioning body, and all of a sudden your fighter appears on the rankings.
Hey, stay going mute for me, big bro.
So
My bad.
It's nothing to Eddie Hearn to FedEx a vanilla envelope over the WBA to get Conor Benn on that list. Now, can he make 147? I can't answer that. I'm not in Conor Benn's team. But all I know is
Yeah.
that he is ranked in 147. So there's two major sanctioning bodies that do expect him, if he does fight one of their fighters or fights for a title shot, that he's expected to make that weight limit. So I don't think it's too far beyond the possibility that that fight can be made.
Mm-hmm.
Another interesting fight before I land the plane, and this is far off on Planet Odd Fella, but I still find it intriguing and interesting.
He gonna say Keith Thurman.
No, I ain't gonna say Keith Thurman, but that's a good fucking that's a good selection right there. You know what I mean? I'm wondering where Keith Thurman been at. I'm waiting for him to come back. And I was wondering why PBC dropped a Keith Thurman Luis Collazo fight last week, and I'm thinking, is he about to make an announcement or something for a fight? And ain't nothing come. You know what I mean? But no, not Keith Thurman. I'm talking about a guy that beat Boots 3 times in the amateurs. Right? I'm talking about a guy that in his last fight, yes, he lost in a tough decision, but KG pointing this out, the boy came in overweight. The boy came in over the 140-pound limit. Is it time for Gary Antoine Russell to move up in weight and fight his arch nemesis in Jerron Boots Ennis? Once again, they fought 3 times in the amateurs, and Gary Antoine won 3 times. So that's to me an intriguing fight. A fight that maybe Gary doesn't want to revisit the Puello fight. Maybe 140 is too much for him, as we see it was on the scales. Maybe he should target a guy that he's already beaten 3 times, but that's my take.
Yeah, man, a lot of good takes from the brothers. I like the Gary Antoine Russell fight for Boots. Those are some definitely good fights that are full opposed, kind of being, I think, being more easier to make. But Gary Antoine, what I think will be better for the fans, just being honest. And I'm gonna say this before we move on from Boots. I think Boots Ennis should dare to be great. If the Crawford fights presents itself, take it. Take it. Because most people are not going to respect his run at 147. And it's not his fault that the division has kind of frickled or frizzed out. It's not his fault. Like I say, it's a lot of good fights at 47 for Boots. We just gave y'all a plethora of opponents from the other champions and Barrios, Norman, Stanionis, to even Conor Ben or possibly a Gary Antoine moving up in weight. Those are all great fights. The main thing that I would want to see from Boots is, once again, bro, just stay active. Stay active. Stay active. Build your superstardom up. Build up your fan base. Make you some money. Keep doing what you're doing in Philly. You bringing that old school Philly fight town vibe back. Keep building on that. And in the meantime, between time, if the opportunity presents itself, like I say, you're behind Eddie Hearn and Big Turk. They have the resources to back you, to pay you, and to build you up. So Boots Ennis right now is probably in the best position than most boxers are. You have a title, you have a town that's backing you, you have everything that's in your favor. Build off of that. Build off of that. And I think great things are coming your way. But people want to see you fight Crawford. That's the fight people want to see. It's no secret. You know what I'm saying? If you take down Crawford, you're pound for pound number one. You know what I'm saying? You are the baddest man in planet Earth if you beat Bud Crawford. So, you know, make that on your to-do list, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, if you can get it done. Um, okay, man, so we're gonna keep it pushing. We almost at our 2 hour mark, man. Um, I wanted to ask the brothers a couple of things, man, just to recap some of the mid season hot topics. Right here, right now, in 2024, as we are in July, I want to know who are y'all trainers, who are y'all top trainers, and who is the top promoter in the game right here, right now. So for me, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Eddie Hearn on the promotion side, and I'm gonna say Eddie Hearn and Big Turk on the promotion side. And as far as trainers go, uh, I'm gonna have to give it to Bomac. Um, I think Bomac, um, either Bomac or Robert Garcia. I'm gonna say Bomac though, simply because you know what I'm saying. Bomac is just Team Crawford. You know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna discredit uh, Coach Saul or Coach Red. You know what I'm saying. So the whole Team Crawford, they've been doing their thing in 2024 with Keyshawn, and stuff like that. And of course, you know, they just been on a high right now. But I gotta give some credit to Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia has been doing this thing as well with Virgil, with Bam and Raymond. You know what I'm saying? So we can't forget about Robert Garcia. But um, those are my top two trainers right now. Right now, and of course, man, ain't nobody fucking with Eddie Hearn and Big Turk. I'm sorry, bro. It ain't even close. Pretty much every fight outside of Tank Davis and Canelo, um, Turk and Eddie have been they've been on a great run. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my personal opinion. But Act Rich, I'm gonna come to you, man. Give me your top trainers and give me your promoter of 2024 mid season.
My top promoter is Turkey Al Sheikh, His Excellency, Inshallah. You know, what I mean, he gonna do more big things. And as far as my trainer, I'm gonna have to go with Bozy and Bozy and
Mm,
Bozy. I love Bozy. I love Bozy. Um,
I like that.
Bozy, he a good trainer. You know, you could kind of tell he diverse because I know he don't speak no Spanish, but look what he doing with Andy Cruz, with Primo.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And other fighters under. He got this real heavyweight dude that was fighting on OTX, and he got him a win. And I see, and then he had a female. He also forgot her name. It was Atlanta. It was in an Atlanta card for OTX. And yeah, I like both. I really like both. Um, so I'm gonna say Turkey Al Sheik and Bozy and
Okay. What you got on that stay? Give me your top promoters and the best trainer you didn't seen thus far in 2024, bro.
Uh, I was like you. Robert Garcia was actually number one on my list, and Bomac was like they like tied. So I kind of got to give it to them two. I'm more leaning towards Robert Garcia, especially seeing what Bam just did, and it's more recency. Like I've seen his fighters do more recently than Bomac. But and even though we know we just had Bomac with Keyshawn, all the Davis brothers, and except the youngest, but he's getting ready to go pro, and to see what he did with Crawford, but at the same time, I just seen what Robert did with his fighters as well. And then you look at promoters. It's kind of hard to separate Turk Al-Sheikh and Eddie Hearn because every time you see Turk, whoever he's promoting, Eddie Hearn right there, helping him promote these fights. So I got to give it to Eddie Hearn because whether y'all giving it to Turk or not, Eddie Hearn is standing right next to him. Every one of them fights.
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn introduced the boxing world to Turk Al-Sheikh. So as of right now, until Turk do stuff on his own, Eddie Hearn is the number one promoter in boxing. Period.
Look at Matt going with his Gemini brother. Go ahead.
Hey, it's just the
Facts.
truth. Tupac was a Gemini too. Hey,
Facts.
holla if you hear me.
Nah, man, I agree wholeheartedly with Stay. Like, I can't lie, man. Like, it's the reason why I think Turk and Eddie is just killing it, bro, is because not only they've been more active and consistent with the content, bro, but the way they building these fucking cards, dog. The way that they building these cards, bro, ain't nobody in boxing ever done this shit. Maybe a Don King back in the 90s when Tyson was around and shit like that. Maybe Don King used to do it back in the 90s, bro, but in the 2000s and the 2020s and shit like that, like ain't nobody fucking with Eddie Hearn and Turk, bro. They just did a 5-on-5, right? Um, they put AJ in there with Ngannou. Motherfuckers can say what they want to say about that, bro. But that AJ Ngannou card was very entertaining. And I can't wait, man. And I've been waiting for a long time for this card to drop, man. But just in a couple more weeks, bro, we gonna have probably the biggest card in America. Big Baby Anderson on there, Andy Ruiz, Virgil Ortiz, Pitbull Cruz, El Rayo, and you got Andy Cruz opening up the card, bro. Like what not to mention just the other shit that Eddie Hearn has been doing with the David Haney Ryan Garcia fight. He had brought Matias to Puerto Rico. He put Boots in Philly. Yeah, man, it's been a great run for Eddie Hearn for Eddie Hearn this year. So I got to give Eddie Hearn his flowers, man. Um, okay, I'm coming back to you, man. Give me your top trainer and promoter so far mid season 2024.
Yeah, the trainer list it's tough for this mid season. It's a good race. To me, Bomac and Roberto Garcia are neck and neck. I also want to give an honorable mention to a Canadian trainer. Don't get to do that too much, but a trainer we might have to look out for by the end of the year is Mark Ramsey, who trains Better BF and also the two undefeated super middleweight contenders in Christian and Billy and Eric Bazinian. So, yeah, just want to put some respect on Mark Ramsey's name. But yeah, my two top trainers would be Bomac and Robert Garcia. My top promoter, I think the best way of putting it, I think when we look at Big Turk, we can't classify Big Turk as a promoter. We got to look at Big Turk in ride hot season like the PBC. The PBC, they got multiple front promoters, TGB Promotions, TMT, and other boxing promotional groups such as like Man Down or Lions Only, so to speak. So we have to look at Ride Hot Season and Big Turk, kind of like the PBC. Ride Hot Season, their main promoters right now, of course, is Queensberry and Matchroom. In my opinion, Matchroom and Eddie Hearn have been the best promoters so far, thus far for the year. Take away the influx of the influx of Big Turk's money and the great promotions and commercials that have been put out on the backing of Ride Hot Season. We take that away, but Eddie Hearn's still a good promoter and probably the best promoter thus far this year. We look at, of course, what he just done, signing Jerron Boots Ennis and having a successful turnout in Philadelphia, one of the biggest turnout for a boxing event in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center. We look at the signing of Sabril Matias, immediately signing him and taking him to Puerto Rico for his first main event, big time fight in Puerto Rico. It wasn't the PBC that made him a headliner and put him in Puerto Rico. That was Eddie Hearn. So just two examples like that, coupled with the fact that Eddie Hearn has also been what I would say a frontliner for women's boxing. There's always a championship women's cards or women's fights on his cards, whether they're headlining or whether they're a part. Eddie Hearn doesn't forget about women's boxing, and I think is a frontliner for the promotion of women's boxing as well. So all that overall, to me, makes him like in this mid-season the best promoter. That's my take.
Yeah, man. Great takes from the guys. I think I think we got a lot more left in store for 2024. You know, we halfway through it. We in July, mid-July going into August. As our fella was cooking, I was looking at some of the fights that we have for next week. Not too big of a I would say pure boxing next week. We do have the return of Rocha. That's a Golden Boy fighter. He lost to what's my man's name? Centillion or something like that. He's a PBC guy. So Rocha lost to him in bad fashion. I want to say he got knocked out. So we got the return of Rocha. We got the return of Gabe Flores Jr. He was another top prospect on Top Rank who took some L's as well. So we got these guys in some redeemed fights trying to hit the reset button. And we also have next week Mike Tyson going up against Mike Perry, who we all know that this was supposed to be
Jake Paul.
Huh?
I said you mean Jake Paul. You said Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, I said Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. We all know that he was supposed to fight Mike Tyson. That's what I had said. He was supposed to fight Mike Tyson, but Mike Tyson could not get cleared to fight in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So they trying to reschedule it to November or something like that. So boxing, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say it's kind of be gonna be lackluster because Rocha and Flores are cool fighters, but I think more people will be tuning in to see Jake Paul fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he brings a whole nother element of fans to boxing. And I'll let you cook on that first. Or what's your take on next week fights? You know what I'm saying? Is this gonna be like a chill week of boxing next week for you? Are you looking forward to seeing Rocha, Gabe Flores, or Jake Paul?
Nah, I ain't interested in knowing Alexei Roca. Jake Paul, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I probably will tune in to that. Even though I'm not highly interested in his opponent or who he's fighting and Mike Perry, but I, I'm always mildly interested to see if Jake Paul's improved in his boxing technique. So that gives me a chance to look at that. But one thing about we can halfway hate on Jake Paul in his fights, but we can't so much hate on his cards because his undercards are usually pretty decent. Now I know one fight got some Canadian content at the lightweight division. We got an undefeated contender over here in Canada named Lucas Batty, and he's I believe 15-0 with 13 KOs. He's fighting another undefeated prospect in Selvey. Aston Sylvie was supposed to fight Floyd Schofield on this fight. Lucas Batty is taking that spot. So this is a nice little fight. I love seeing undefeated kind of fringe contenders slash prospects. You know what I mean? Clash like this. So I'm definitely gonna be keeping my eyes on the Niagara Falls fighter Lucas Batty to see if he's really world class. This will, I think, if he comes out with even just a victory, this will supplant his name as being world class and enter his name as a player at 135.
Real quick, we also have on July 20th, we have doing his thing. But the following week, we have, like I said, Clarissa Shields. She's gonna be fighting Vanessa, and we had a return of Joe Joyce and Chisora, right? And of course, the following week after that is the big card that everybody is waiting on: Crawford and Israel. You know, with the stacked up lineup we just talked about. So, like I say, we have boxing for the next 2 weeks. So like I say, it's gonna be entertaining. Go ahead, Art.
Also on this card, Amanda Serrano's fighting. She fighting Stevie Morgan. That's 14-1. We also got the return of Shadeja Green on this card. We're forgetting she's a Jake Paul signee on MVP Promotions. She's going to be
Yeah.
fighting a Canadian contender at super middleweight, Natasha Spence.
Mm.
So that's another fight I'm gonna be keeping my eye on. We got Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. fighting.
What?
Yeah, he fighting a 6 rounder against a credible MMA fighter who's 1-0 in boxing and Uriah Hall. I won't be surprised if Uriah Hall cleans this Chavez
And
up.
that's
So
gonna be out. That's gonna be on Jake Paul card too.
that's all on Jake Paul's undercard. So it's a decent undercard.
Mm. Okay. Oh, hey, man. Look, that's why I love the usual suspects, man. We talk about shit that ain't nobody talking about, man, and we keeping y'all entertained with these fights and stuff like that. Stay ready.
The
What you got
fact
on?
that the
Go ahead,
fact
bro.
that you mentioned Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. sickens me.
Okay, okay. What you got on the boxing next week, big bro? You got Alexis Rocha, you got Juno Nakatani, you got Gay Flores, and of course you got the Jake Paul card with the
Only
he got he
person
got
I'm
he,
interested in watching is Gabe Flores.
mm,
That's it.
yeah,
Maybe
I
Alexis
don't
Roker. I don't, and Amanda Serrano. I don't give a damn about no fucking Jake Paul.
okay, okay, okay.
But I
Um
damn sure don't give a damn about no Julio. Do you know this is the only boxer that has lost to an MMA fighter?
facts. Yeah, he probably gonna
Motherfucker.
lose again.
He's the only. He's known for throwing a fight. He ain't no fucking boxer to me. That's why his daddy disowned him.
Mm. Yeah, well, like I say, we got 4 cards next week. I know Big Bro when we really feeling the Jake Paul joint. But you know, yeah, that's why we got options, man. You can pick and choose what you want to watch. You don't have to if you don't want to watch Jake Paul, you can watch. Um, you can probably watch the Gabe Flores or the Alexis Rocha card. So you know you got some options out there. Ack, I'm gonna slide over to you, bro. What's your take on next week's fight?
Shout out to Steels because I didn't know all of that was going on the Jake Paul side. Um, yeah, Jake Paul, he may not be doing shit, but the fight is that he's having his undercard. That's looking real interesting. All of the people that I fell in name, like H2O was on the card. Even though H2O, I did want to see him against Kid Austin. That was the fight I wanted to see, but the Mike Tyson fight fell off. I didn't know that. Salute to Patterson, my manhood. Um, David Green on that card. Um, it's a couple interesting fights on that card. That even if I don't watch a Jake Paul fight, I want to see. And
Stay go on mute. Stay
Oh
you
my
got a
bad.
lot of noise in the background. Yeah, go
and as
ahead, Ed.
far as Gabe and all of them, I haven't seen Gabe and Rocha in a minute. Rocha lose last time to the dude that Brian Norman knocked out?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yep.
So
Chantillion, I think that's his name. Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, he lost to Reptilian now. But
yeah.
but yeah, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Rocha because I remember Rocha when he was climbing, he did his thing against what's my man named Blair the Flair. Um, so yeah, he hit Blair the Flair so hard, Blair the Flair thought he was still fighting, and the referee. Yeah,
Ding, 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 ding. Hold up. That's another yo. Ain't Blair LaFleur from Philly?
yeah, crooked letters.
Man,
Crooked
put him in
letters.
there with boots. Man, that's another guy.
Yeah, they
Put him
got
on that
history.
boots
They
list.
got history in Philly. They
Fact.
got history.
These are
That's
facts,
why
bro.
in the boots, they was talking about the sparring and all of that when they was younger. Blair was always a little bit older, and Boots was the younger dude. But they talked about the whole situation with him. So yeah, look that up. Look that up if y'all don't know about it. Yeah, he from that PH crew. Why?
Hmm.
He was definitely repping after he beat Roman.
Yeah. That's another good fight for Boots at
That is
147.
that's great. That's a great fight with a background.
Yep.
And I I agree with KG with that. I like fights with storylines, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's
That's already a
yeah. It's just like Tank in Death. I
yeah,
I like the backstory.
yeah, yeah, man. That's dope, bro. Okay, one more thing before we get up out of here. I know we hit our 2 hour mark, man. I want to get out the way of the rest of the content creators. Um, 2024, man. I want everybody's fighter of the year mid season. Um, just based off what we've seen, in a year's time, if you want to double back from July of 2024 to now, or you want to, talk about a fighter, that did some great things in 2024 right here, right now. Have at it. For me, myself personally, um, my 2024 fighter of the year mid season, it has to go. And this was a toss up. I was going back and forth about this. Um, it was a toss up between Usyk and Bam. Um, but I honestly, bro, I'm gonna have to give it to Usyk. I'm gonna have to give it to Usyk, just simply because of what he did to Tyson Fury. He dethroned the Gypsy King. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people don't like Tyson Fury for obvious reasons and stuff like that. But I love the fact that Usyk, in a year's time, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe this is probably more than a year, but he basically took down the entire European/UK boxing heavyweights, defeating AJ. It was a controversial. It was the Daniel Dubois fight, but he still got the nod on that, and he took down Tyson Fury, man. So I got to give it to Usyk, man. Fighter right here, right now, man. Fighter of the year 2024, man. Um, I think Usyk deserves that. But like I say, I definitely had Bam in the conversation as far as for what Bam been doing. You can't ignore what the little guys is doing. You really can't ignore Monster New Way neither. But I think Monster, he's kind of been at a standstill because he's really not fighting the top guys. Because he's pretty much beating everybody. He's been so dominant. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Usyk. What you got on that? Act? Who your fighter of the year 2024, bro? Mid season 2024.
Shoot. That I agree with you, bro. That's actually a hard,
Mm-hmm.
actually a hard. I can't, because I gotta. Even if weren't active, I'm not basing it off of activity. I gotta go off of significant wins.
Right.
If we're going off of that, it's not even a year yet. It's 11 months and some change, but it ain't a year yet. Gotta go with Crawford,
Mm.
because of how high I put Earl on the pedestal,
Right.
and how he took Earl out. So
Mm-hmm.
gotta, and he won fight of the year. So I'm not. Now that I just think about it with the ESPYS on ESPN,
Right.
so, it's only right to give it to Terrence Crawford. Because
Nah, man.
yeah, what?
Crawford ain't a bad pick neither. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Crawford is that guy.
Usyk either. Usyk probably would have been next,
Yeah.
because I do agree with you. Like, that was a good win to beat Tyson Fury and get him the fuck out of here. Like, and it's crazy because I you every it was a lot of people that I knew that was picking Tyson Fury
Right.
at my job too. And I was telling him like, nah, I got Usyk. I got Usyk. I've been picked Usyk like 2 years,
Mhm.
you know. So once he actually got the win, I was happy. I just want him to stay locked in, stay focused, and yeah, man, like he definitely would be my number two. But I definitely think Terrence Crawford because of the magnitude and how big him and Earl Spence was, the whole background story and everything. I can't deny Terrence Crawford that. I know it
Now,
feels like he living off of that one win, but we got to think about it. It only been it's not a year yet, but it's about to be a year in like
nah, for sure, bro.
second, 23rd type shit. So, we gotta give him credit.
Yeah, I'm not mad at you, bro. I agree. Crawford is definitely a solid pick. You know what I'm saying? He did win the ESPYS. But this is usual suspect six. You know what I'm saying? Fighter of the year. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hey man, Crawford is that guy. He is the baddest man on the planet, pound for pound number one. But Usyk, I think Usyk got something to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Because technically he is the baddest man on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because heavyweight and shit like that. But you know, it is what it is. Stay ready. Who your fighter of the year, man? 2024. Who you got?
I'm going with Oscar Collazo. I
Mm.
know a lot of y'all don't, like I said, y'all don't watch those little guys, but this man became a champion in just his seventh fight, and he's the only 10-0, and he had two good victories this year already, and he's gonna get ready to fight again soon. Uh, he just fought Zapata, and that was the first fight I think went to the first fight that broke his streak. He was on a knockout streak, and it just broke his streak. He went 12 rounds with him, but still won with unanimous decision. Just coming off a great fifth round knockout in the last fight this year, and I'm just looking at it. I get y'all talking about significance. Those are significant fights as well, and it's also in his division. And these are the top guys that he's facing. Plus, he's also fought twice this year and getting ready to fight for a third time this year, defending his WBO title. So he's also one of the most active fighters this year. So I'm going with him as my fighter of the year.
I'm not gonna lie, man. A Collazo a bad boy. I'm not mad at State. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's definitely left field because like a lot of people don't know about Collazo, but that's a Miguel Cotto fighter. Signed to Golden Boy. He's under Miguel Cotto Promotions. Salute to Miguel Cotto for giving all of them guys in Puerto Rico platforms. He doing great things for his people. Can't deny Miguel Cotto for being a good OG. You know what I'm saying? And salute to Collazo, man. I'm definitely since Stay Ready is giving this guy so much credit. I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout for Collazo in his next fight. And like you say, he got what 10 fights. He got like 7 knockouts. Champion already. Hey man, they're saying something. I think I don't know if he's in Bam's weight class or whatever. But them little guys better be on the lookout for him. All fella, what you got, man? 2024 fighter of the year.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer this, and I'm gonna cut off the panel. Um,
Okay.
I would say Bud, but
Mm-hmm.
to me, I can't rock with the somewhat of the inactivity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm you you asked me this after after August 3rd. It might be something different though. I might have to pick Bud, but as of right now, I'm going with Usyk. Usyk
Mm.
was able to defeat Danny Dubois, and the special thing about that is that he brought it to Poland, where there's hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian refugees or Ukrainians that have left Ukraine to temporarily stay in Poland. So that essentially was a hometown fight for Usyk.
Right.
something given back to the Ukrainian people. So you have that, and then the fact that he was able to go undisputed at heavyweight, beating Tyson Fury, and beating Tyson Fury, beating a guy that I would think that Usyk was the betting underdog in that fight. A lot of people was like Act Reacher was saying, a lot of people was picking Tyson Fury. Usyk
Mm-hmm.
was undersized, and an underdog, so I have to give him that for doing something of that feat. Tyson Fury was playing around. He kind of what with the the postponement of the fight. Usyk still stayed a professional, and got the
Mm-hmm.
job done. After the Usyk fight, after the Fury fight, another good thing he's done this year is he's shown boxers how not to, uh, I guess, hold up things. And I'm not to say that he was holding up anything, but he gifted AJ and Dubois, or he gifted Dubois the IBF belt. I don't got no need for that no more. You know what I mean? I got this undisputed right here. Here, y'all got a fight coming up. Y'all hold on to that. I'm gonna elevate and increase the value of your fight by gifting you this belt. Bud didn't do that. Bud's still holding on to 147 belts, and we all know that he's fighting at 154, and he has no intentions on going back to welterweight. Free up those belts, Bud. Let your boy Brian Norman Jr. become a real world champion, and not just the interim. In the dig, so I gotta give kudos to Usyk for doing that. He's my fighter of the mid-year so far. That's my take. But salute to everybody that pulled up in the chat. Of course, salute to the usual suspect 6. Make sure y'all tap in the TWR Presents. That's my channel right here on YouTube. Some of your hottest independent artists, listening sessions, and in due time, we're gonna get back with it with the Wake and Bake boxing talk. But y'all know what it is. Salute to the usual suspects. Salute to the LDBC, and I'm Gizon.
All right. Salute to my brother, uh, Jay Steele's the R fella. TWR presents. Man, y'all be sure to go check him out. Dope ass channel, man. My brother is he got his hand in everything, man. From the usual suspect 6 website, the merchandise. My brother is one of them guys for shit show. But yeah, man. I mean, hey, man, say, man. So what I gathered from today's show, we got uh some different pound for pound shit coming up. It's going definitely change. Is radar. Uh, Palazzo is definitely gonna be on my radar now. Salute to stay ready for that, man. Big Turk and Eddie Hearn killing this shit right now in the promotion game. Um, and Boost Ennis is a force to be reckoned with, man. So salute to my brothers who came through. Show love. KG was in the chat. Salute to the chat. Salute to my brother Ag Reacher for even doing this today. It meant a lot to me, you know what I'm saying, for my brother to extend his platform, and keep the content coming. This was a great show, man. But we definitely finna have to end it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to the crib and see if the lights are turned back on. I'm getting calls and texts right now, so I gotta see what's going on with the crib. I know Stay Ready got his lights back last night. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we thugging, man. We here. we'll definitely all link up in August. I don't think Stay Ready is gonna be with us, but he'll be with us in spirit for sure. Um,
I
and
definitely can't make it, especially after. Well, I'll tell you on the back end. I got a funeral to go to, man.
okay, nah, it's all good, bro. I already understand. Um, salute to you, Act Reacher, man. I appreciate you for doing this, bro. Um, yeah, man, and we definitely gonna have to, keep the Jab Jamboree going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we'll be back on tomorrow, the Beltway. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be sure to check us out, Cadillac Red KG, Supreme Beast Boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's the usual suspect thing. Go ahead, Act.
Yeah, man. Salute to my bro. You know what I mean? Both my bros, I know they kind of went through it out there with power outage and stuff like that. And everybody that was in the chat, of course, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the LBBC, the Clan, and the usual suspects. It's your boy Act Preacher. I never tell you wrong. And we out of here. Peace.
I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. Only the people who thought about what I'm about to say comment. If you comment some horse shit, I'm not going to take you serious. If you comment some dumb shit, I'm not going to take you